record. There we go. So the first ban out is Vladimir from Team EXE. And the first ban from the purple team is Cannon. Both very good bans. Vladimir just hell annoying. He snowballs so much, so often. And is really hard to take down because of his high HP. Skarner coming out from EXE as a ban. That's not too much of a big surprise. That is quite a powerful jungler, quite a powerful champion in general. So who shall... I just realized my other overlay isn't working. I'll fix that. There we go. So, while I was fixing up that, Hellfest Pros banned Sivir, who's really carry. She's amazing. Very much so a hyper carry. And the EXE banned Gangplank. Maybe they have intel that Hellfest has a really good Gangplank player. I don't know, but Gangplank's still a solid character, still a solid ban. And Graves coming out as the final ban here. So now we're into the picks. Morgana being a very big pick from Ender. So I wonder if they're going to capitalize on AoE CC or not. I would love to see that, like a Morgana, Galio, Mumu team. Oh, that would be so much fun. Rammus coming out for ELO Hellfest. Probably going to be in the jungle. I don't really see him doing too much else. His ganking is amazing. Let me just change this song, it's too mellow. Too mellow. Now we're waiting for Malicious from ELO Hellfest to choose. And he chooses Sonar. Fair enough. Will he be the actual support player? It would be a bit strange not to see Clairvoyance being used. Especially from the support. Unless they have someone else who runs Clairvoyance. Which again I think is weird. But that's just me. So, Vayne coming out for Nocturn. I think it maybe a bit early to choose the carry. Would have loved to seen it on the next turn so that the counter pick would have been harder. But, you know, Vayne is she's a pentakill machine, and she can definitely end the game very quickly. And by that I mean in team fights. So Soraka coming out as the support for Clan EXE, another top-notch support. Of course, Soraka Sona, probably the two most used supports ever. Just because they're so solid and so consistent. So, two more picks from ELO Hellfest. Tristana coming out. Tristana, of course, another one of those hyper carries. Extremely strong champion. And it will be interesting to see if... I don't believe that she'll be taking Smite Exhaust. That would be weird. But Singe coming out. Singe probably going to roll around on top lane. So clearly, I think Grey Crescent will be playing Tristana. No! Okay, this is really weird. Singed has jungle on. I believe we'll see a swap there, unless they have like some crazy strategy that works. But I don't believe so. I do believe that Singed and Rammus will be swapping. So the final picks coming out for Clan EXE Nocturn, etc. Waiting on that. Nocturn coming out, well that's no surprise. Nocturn being like really damn strong on their team, as they have an amazing Nocturne players. Hence the name of their team, I believe, maybe? Just coincidence? And Irelia. So Irelia probably is going to run top lane, I don't see her going anywhere else. And then we'll be just waiting for the final pick from ELO Hellfest. And hello to everyone that's tuning in. Wow, double digits. It's been a while. Ari coming out as the final pick from ELO Hellfest Pros, which is kind of scary, because Morgana versus Ari. I've only done this in, you know, like, normal draft pick games, but Morgana outdoes Ari, mainly because of Black Shield, Snare, Pool. Ari can't ult out of that, so she's pretty damn screwed in that situation. But solid lineups from both teams. Really, really solid. Yeah, although I can just see, like, Rammus just rolling in and trying to take out Vayne as soon as possible. But I guess that's why they have, like, Morgana, Irelia, and all these other CC champions. What song is this? No thank you. Guess this is what you get for using Groove Shark. Okay, so the switch did happen like I thought it would. Singe did swap with Rammus, so Rammus will be in the jungle. Singe will be rolling top, Ari in mid, Tristan Sona bottom. The usual standard metagame jargon. Yeah, but this should be a very exciting game. I am looking forward to it. I'm just looking at summoners and noticing that ELO Hellfest doesn't have exhaust, which could be a bit troublesome, especially with all these like high damage dealing champions that can get away quite easily. An exhaust would be quite useful in my opinion, but they don't have it, and they don't have a... I don't know who you are, I'm sorry, later. And they don't have a clairvoyance either, so... I don't know, it's been a while since I haven't seen clairvoyance being run. Oh no, Sona does have an exhaust now. Did she swap that, or am I just blind? I have no idea. But Tristana is bringing heal, which I suppose would mean that she has points in her defensive tree, which kind of makes sense as she is a squishy champion early on. But normally you see the heal on Sona, and she just becomes this big health battery. Just reading the chat and noticing that someone says that Der Gooch mains solo mid Ari. Is my bird chirping? It's pecking the mirror. Thinks it's going to get some off its reflection in the mirror. Anyway, so the delay is still in place. There is only 1 minute and 35 seconds left, and then we'll be in the game. I'm just like looking over the teams, looking at all their summoners, and I'm like, damn, this is tight, son! Oh man, too bad I can't actually speak like that. Minimize my friend list. Oops, I don't want a new folder. I guess I'll take this small break to talk about the champion sneak peek for League of Legends and how it's gotten me excited. A lot of people are saying, and I believe this to be somewhat true, that the champion will be a lot like Goblin Techies from Dota All-Stars, which excites me because Goblin Techies was like my favorite champion in all the world. He was so much fun to play, and you could just completely have absolutely amazing, fun-filled games. And I'm just sort of thinking to myself, if that's actually what the champion is like, I am going to be so happy, and I'll be playing League of Legends, just that one champion, for like the rest of my life. Okay, so the delay has finished. The game is loading up. I'm going to turn off the music. Alright, and then I'm going to turn on the game screen. Yeah, game screen. Oops, one too many. And I'll move this back across, and we are ready to go. So long as my game doesn't crash. Because if it crashes, you can't actually join back into games as a spectator, which I think is extremely dumb. You don't get a choice to rejoin. But it looks like it won't crash, because last time I tried to shoutcast a game, guess what my client decided to do? Ah, crash! That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It decided to shut down on me, and it's like, you are not casting today. I couldn't rejoin the game, and it was all tears and frown townsy stuff, so we don't want that. Oh, yeah, in the game. Cool. Alright, getting all my stuff worked out. Hey, just to recap, we have Ender playing Morgana, Menalia playing Soraka, Tio Hench, I'm just going to call it Tio Hench 87, is playing Vayne, Vinay is playing Nocturn, Demonic on Irelia. We have Singed, who's at the wheels of Grayscent. Malicious is playing Sona. Ramus is playing Benzil? No, Benzil's playing Ramus, ladies and gentlemen. Kakadudu is taking the wheel of Tristana, and Ari is in the hands of Gooch. Now, it does look like they're trying to invade, trying to get first blood. Vayne is dangerously close, so that could be a reality really soon. But they're all clumped up in this little bush, which I've always wondered how people fit in bushes like that. But it looks like they're going to go invade and try and take the red. Vayne is at a safe distance, but I don't think they know that this is going to be happening right now, which is a little bit scary. So chat is popping up, but because for some reason my client in spectate mode doesn't like to show chat, so they're all going to crop up in this bush, and I don't think they're actually going to get anyone. Singe did go back. I think they're just going to steal wraiths and run to their lanes, which is quite a viable thing to do. Yep, that's all that's going to happen. Although I don't think, maybe they shouldn't have killed that last wraith. I don't know. But it looks like they're going to also take red, and this could be actually extremely damaging, because then Ramus can go for that level 1 gank and just roll in and red buff people to death. And Vinny's still taking blue, so he's not going to know about that for a while. Ari's in her lane, Morgana's gone the long way around to go into her lane. And there's a bit of congestion at bot lane. But Ramus is just going to roll off and probably take his blue. Not a big deal, everything's calm, everything's as it should be in the early game. So it looks like we got a bit of trading happening at bottom. Malicious dropping down to only 200 health, which is about half health for him. I'm kind of interested to see how top lane goes, because I do love playing Singe top. He is such a huge hero at top lane, as he can just bully people all day and to no real expense. So the Clairvoyance does go down, and they do see Ramus has red, which probably clues Nocturne into thinking, oh crap, he has my red. That isn't good. Which makes me wonder, is he actually going to go for a kill here? Will he actually do this? I think he realizes that he's a bit late. But he's wasting a lot of time here. He could just go back to jungling, or maybe even try and gank a lane, but walking up and down here, I can understand what he's trying to do, but he is late. Now, they do have a ward here, so they do see this incoming. Vayne gets the wall off. Sona might just fall here, but it flashes and exhausts all day long. And Sona's alive and well, but that was extremely, extremely close for both parties. Vayne almost dying, Sona almost dying. And that is just not a good thing for either team. but a good thing at the same time. So Soraka trying to heal up Vayne, trying to keep it in this game. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it did. And now I sound like a dag. But is Rammus going to go for a gank here? He possibly could. Yes, it looks like he is going to go for a gank. The taunt does go off. He does roll in, but the flash saves Ender's ass quite nicely. But, you know, it just seems like people have gone back to farming. Will he go for a double take? Now that Flash has been burnt, it is a possibility. He is rolling. This could turn out ugly. Oh, Ender is... Oh, but he hits the creep with the slow, but it doesn't matter. The taunt goes off. He hits her, and Ender will fall here. Nocturn coming in to try and do any sort of damage, but he is just going to get repelled, as there isn't much of anything he can do. Singed at top, pushing in on Irelia, doing that whole bully thing I was talking about. Irelia trying to farm up, but she surges out, kills a creep and gets flipped, and taking a little bit of extra damage she probably didn't want to take just now. So Rammus is going back at base. Sona is... I don't know what Sona's doing. She's warding their red. That is what she is doing. So now, Tio Hench... I'm going to screw up that name every time. Oh, Soraka finding Sona! She was probably going out to ward the lane as their ward is about to die, I believe. I don't know. It doesn't actually show it here. It shows it in this little thing. Anyway. So Nocturne in the enemy jungle. And it just seems like everything's gone passive again. Everyone's sort of not doing anything extremely weird. Singed is lurking around. I think he knows Nocturne's about, but doesn't know where. Rammus, is he going to go... No, he's just going to take out the Wraiths and drop down a ward. Which, these two wards can really screw up a jungler. Especially Nocturne, because if he gets counter-jungled, he just falls behind, and he really needs to pick up his ganks. Otherwise, he will just crumble in the late game, which isn't something you want to have happen. He's getting counter-jungled quite a lot by this Rammus, though, which, again, isn't a good thing. So a bit of trade-off in bottom. Sona almost falling, but at the same time is quite safe. So Vayne's doing a little poke move where, oh, Rammus from behind, he will catch Vayne out, does get the taunt off, but it seems Vayne will be fine, as she just pushes Rammus out of the way. Menalia almost falling to ignite, but her heal keeps her in this game, which is what you want. So Rammus has gone back. Yeah, this is turning out to be a little bit of a weird feeling game for me. Nocturne really wants to get a gank on. He's so far behind because of all the counter juggling and all these wards and all this jazz. So he's quite a bit behind. He really wants to get ganks off, but he's having a bit of trouble. So purple actually pinging their blue. Their blue does respawn. Rammus is there. Ari is there. Nocturne has no clue that they are there. And this could turn out extremely bad. But he knows because the clairvoyance went off. And he will not die. But he will lose his blue. And this is only going to put him so much further behind. As Singed picks up the blue. Which is going to make things dangerous for Irelia. Ender does miss the snare on that one. But I don't think it was too much of a big deal. So now that Singed has that blue, he can just keep his poison on all day long, farm up all these creeps, come out with a Rod of Ages at like 12 minutes, and just really start putting the hurt on Nocturne. Team Nocturne, not just the champion Nocturne. He'll hurt everyone. Anyway, so I do want to note the ward coverage by both teams. I mean, like, they have wards everywhere. This mini-map looks like it has the chicken pox. Yeah, pretty damn crazy. So Rammus is level 6 while Nocturne's only level 4. This is the, the whole ideal behind counter jungling. So they are going to go for the blue, but the ward does spot them. Tristana and Sona are going to be there. Rammus is going to be there. Ari is going to be there. And this is going to be a 4v3 this early in the game with Nocturne behind. And Nocturne does engage on Tristana. But will anything come of it? The flash from Vayne doing absolutely nothing, and she is just going to get torn down. Menalia is going to get just killed off, and now Nocturn's the only one left. The Crescendo does whiff on Nocturn, and he manages to get away, but that is 2 for nothing, and that is only putting ELO Hellfest Pros ahead. Rammus goes for the dive, but will he pay for it? No, he won't, and another kill for... Oh, wait, Ender's here. Will he get this? Oh, man, that was such a good snare. He missed both those golems. It's a very good Ender. But, you know, clearly the teams are not doing so well for Team Nocturn, but Team ELO Hellfest doing quite well themselves, I will have to say. So, the question is, yes, he will be giving this to the blue to Ari, which is probably the best choice at this point in time. So, it is about 10 minutes into the game now, so I'll just read out the creep scores for both teams. Morgana's on 38, Soraka's on 0, as a support would be. Vayne is on 50, Nocturne is on 27, Irelia is on 37, Singed is on 52, Sona is on 3, Rammus is on 35, Tristan is on 48, and Ari is on 49. I would like to also note that everyone on Team Nocturne has died once, and everyone on ELO Hellfest has 1 kill and a bunch of assists, except for Singed, who has no assists. So clearly the gold advantage is 3k difference now in favor of Team ELO Hellfest, which is quite a lot for 10 minutes into the game. So another ward down on blue. Singed really keeping up this ward coverage for top lane. But I am a little bit scared for Irelia, as she has 2 GP 10s, which is pretty damn good considering she won't be able to farm out too much because Singed already has that catalyst and he can just do whatever the hell he wants now. He is 2 levels above Irelia, and that is a hard position to play in. So a ward going out in front of Baron for, Dragon for Hellfest. And everything's gone kind of passive again. Everyone's just sort of farming up, except for the top lane, who's just sort of always in this struggle of, wow, that was a pretty nice Surge sequence. Is that skill called Surge? Oh, but wait, I totally forgot. Yeah, there is a gank going down here. But Rammus is going to roll in and just save the day. Ender's going to have to flash out of that one as Ari comes into view. But Singed is just going to be able to do whatever he wants. He is the new Mundo. So it looks like they want to take out the blue again, maybe. No, yes, maybe another ward going down behind there as he takes out Nocturne's wolf. Poor Nocturne, man. He's only level 5. He can't even hit level 6. He's being counter-jungled so hard, 12 minutes into the game, and still doesn't have his ultimate. But he spots Rammus. Will he get the Terrify off? Yes, he will. Ender going to miss the snare. Unfortunately, Ari's going to be just pushing, or she actually... No, she's coming for the fight. But Rammus is just going to roll out of there, and Singed is going to be like, lol, put glue down. But I don't think they know that there's a ward here, and that they know that Ender is alone at this point in time. But the blue is up. They will probably give the blue to Singed again, because Ari still has her blue. Not for much longer, though. So Nocturne just has to sit there and watch his blue get taken once again. How heartbreaking is that? That is like watching your wife get tortured or something. So the spell immunity from Black Shield is absolutely amazing, stopping everything that Rammus just tried to do. And bot lane's just doing the farm thing. Just doing the farm thing. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So Singed is going to go on for a little bit of damage on Irelia. Maybe not. Just not going to do anything. He doesn't need to do anything. He can just win. Because Singed is amazing. So yeah, once again, everything goes to sort of this passive state. Nocturne going down the bottom, going for a gank onto Tristana. Tristana will fall here, and will Sona fall as well? I don't think she will. I think she will just get away, not without taking hundreds of damage. So, Nocturne actually getting some much needed EXP and gold. With the ward here, they do see Rammus is trying to roll in, trying to catch someone off guard. Manali is like trying to take on Rammus, maybe? I don't know. That would have been fun. But another ward going down at the Wraiths to try and starve out their jungle even more. And he just has to sort of sit there, because he can't really engage on Rammus because Ahri's close by. Then again, so is Morgana, so that maybe he could have made something of that. It doesn't matter now. Thing of the past. And once again, everything's sort of passive. Nothing much going on at all, except for farming. Lots of farming. Lots and lots of farming. Actually, not much farming going on. No one's above 100 creep score yet. Vayne's at 84, and Ahri's at... Oh, Singed at 89, so Singed probably the first one to reach 100 creep score. The creep score award goes to you, sir. But there is still a 3k gold advantage in favor of Hellfest, which isn't something you would want as someone on Team Nocturn. So the teleport coming in from Aurelia, I believe, and she's at top and immediately gets poisoned. But not a big deal, because she's Aurelia and has a whole bunch of like really cool abilities that stop her from taking lots of damage. Or is that just CC? That's not damage, is it? It's CC. Yeah, it's CC, not damage. My bad. Think of something else. So, looks like Rammus wants to take out Dragon. I don't blame him, but he will need help. So he probably will need Tristana and Sona, or Tristana and Ahri, or one of those combinations, to try and take it out. And here comes Ahri, here comes Tristana and Sona, so it's going to be a 4-man Dragon. eXe, I believe they can guess that this is happening, but will Morgana get the steal? This will be really cool. Oh, it's so close. So close. But no dice. So Rammus is just rolling on the spot there. What is happening, Rammus? What were you doing? Who knows? But Nocturne goes in. Doesn't manage to kill him. He does have an Oracles, however. Probably just to farm wards, which is, you know, pretty good because he needs that money. But one does go down. Singe does teleport bottom. But he's a little bit out of position now. A little bit late to the party, brother. So Nocturne picking up 2 kills on Sona and Rammus. And Aurelia's just able to farm top, like Aurelia's love to do. I love to do it as Aurelia. Farming's fun with her. You just like continually... I keep calling it Surge. Is it called Surge? Yeah, Blade Surge. Same diff. You just surge out and just... Rah, rah, rah. Kill everything until you run out of mana. So Nocturne now level 7, which is pretty damn good considering of how much he has been starved. But he is still extremely under level and really needs to get on with like ganks, etc. His ulti has a 90-second cooldown currently, and it would be good to see him gank without the ulti, because it is possible. So a pink ward going down a Dragon from Sona, which will stop the warding of that river lane pretty damn well. So it looks like Rammus is once again doing the whole counter-jungle-esque thing, dropping a ward at blue, taking wolves, starving Nocturne. Poor Nocturne. Poor Nocturne. It's not like he can actually invade. But Rammus not going to go for blue, it seems. Stealing the blue again, which is such a big deal, because I know Vinny would love to give that to Morgana, so Morgana could just spam pool. But he's caught out of position here. His own spell shield does stop the taunt, so he is safe. Aurelia getting harassed on. Oh, Ahri picking up Nocturne. Nocturne actually going back in there. I totally blanked out on that one. But Nocturne went back in by the looks of things to try and engage and just got melted. So that's not a good thing. Kind of feel like Nocturne's on tilt right now, as they are behind quite drastically. But it's not too much of a big deal. They can come back. It's only 18 minutes into the game. So Vayne making a move on Tristana by herself now. Soraka's a little bit way away. The ulti does go down and she will fall engaging without her support behind her, probably not the best idea. Or was it that her support left her? Either way, not a good idea. Probably don't want to split up like that. So, Irelia just trying to hurt Singed, but like I said, Singed is massive. Ender and Ari having quite the little tussle down. He's taking a lot of damage here. His shield is only level 1, so that does mean he's going for much more of an offensive mage rather than a defensive mage. Which, in this position, I don't know if that was the best of ideas, but it is an idea, it is his idea, and I'm sure he knows how to play that character better than I do. So I can't exactly call shenanigans on that one. So Ari's pushing the tower, Nocturn's getting some wraiths, trying to get his level and gold back up because he is in a hard-pressed situation. This mid tower should be fine, however. It probably will drop down to less than 500 health, but it should be fine as Nocturne comes in to clean up whatever creeps are left. So again, I just want to point out the difference between the two junglers, because it is such a drastic difference, and I believe something can be learned here about jungling and counter-jungling. Rammus is level 10, halfway to level 11, Nocturne's level 9, and is nowhere to level 10. He's only just hit level 9. So, you know, kind of a bad place to be in. Rammus putting down another ward at Wraiths, ward going down at ramp, which is kind of a funny exchange in my opinion. So bot lane is low on HP, and Sona's Crescendo is only 13 seconds away, so they could be making a play here real soon where Tristana could pick up a possible 2 kills, which would be interesting. Again, Irelia and Singed are doing the whole I'm a top lane tanker, come at me bro. So Sona planting down another ward. Of course they would have seen that ward being planted down because they have a ward there too. Yay, ward coverage. But looks like Rammus and Ari will be making a move on bot now that Crescendo is out of cooldown. And Rammus is rolling in behind. They do see him coming, but it looks like it might be a little bit too late. That was a good condemn, and I do believe that condemn alone saved them both. So kudos to Tio Hench. Can't see a name still. But Morgana picking up that ward, and I'm sure that bites Vinny in the arse, as he would have loved to have that ward. So picking up another ward nonetheless. There's a lot of wards here. He could easily farm up quite a bit of gold just from wards. But will Morgana take this ward as well? Don't take it, Morgana. Let him have it. He needs the money. But then again, everything's kind of gone passive. Ari has pushed mid tower. Mid tower is missing. It's MIA, guys. Be pretty cool if towers did that. So another ward got planted down here. I think Vinny picked up on that, and he's going to go hunt that ward down immediately and pick up another 25 gold for himself. Red buff is up for him, so he could take that, take out that ward, go back, and then maybe get a gank on. Ari is sitting in this bush a little bit precariously, like she's kind of debating whether to go for dragon or not. But it looks like they will, as Rammus is heading down there. They could easily just pop up and take dragon, and I don't think Vayne alone and Nocturne could stop it. Teleport coming in from Singed, so now the entire team is at dragon, and this is a very, very bad situation for Team Nocturne. So I do believe that now they would have just realized, oh crap, they took dragon. As a ward does go down here, so they will see these guys rolling in. There is a stun on Vayne, but I don't know if that'll be enough alone. But it was a nice tower dive from ELO Hellfest. Menalia will fall here, and there's nothing Ender could have done to save it. So he does put the black shield on himself to stop the taunt from Ari from hitting him. But now they can just bully them, as Singed is down here, and Singed just... he's going to go for Nocturne, but then ends up back changing his mind. So it looks like they're just going to try and take bot tower and then move on. But Ender spell immune is saving his ass. You're really taking quite a bit of damage there. I think that's mainly from the true damage from Ari's Q move, which is quite the potent amount of damage. So eXe falling behind by about 8,000 gold now. That's a lot of gold to be behind by. If we quickly look at the gold count, we can see that their highest gold just hit 6,000, when pretty much the average gold of the enemy team is 6,000. So that isn't exactly ideal. You probably don't want to do that. Okay, and again, because Nocturn was starved out so dearly, the only thing he really has is a Wriggles Lantern and basic boots. It looks like he will be going for Merc Treads, as he is in kind of a hard press situation and probably could use the Tenacity and Magic Resist. So the Spell Shield does go on, which will save him from the Singed Pain Train. Wow, it's like 400 damage from the Q. Anyway, so getting a little bit of harass done on the enemy Tristana. Black Cleaver is going to do absolutely amazing work. The Oracles from Sona are going to start picking off Team EXE Nocturnes, I said that wrong, whatever, EXE Nocturnes wards, which isn't good because their ward coverage isn't exactly special at the moment, which, you know, isn't a good thing. So Morgana kind of close and bridging on death. She does walk into Rammus. Rammus does get the Torn off the fling, and she is in a whole world of hurt. She does get the black shit up, does pop her ulti, misses the snare unfortunately, otherwise that could have been a really, really quick kill. But ended up falling, and Nocturne just not being able to do anything. He is in a really hard press situation and is sort of more or less a high HP minion at this point in time, with a fear. But looks like they did ping to try and get the push on from Vayne. Was that them pinging? I was unsure. Yellow pings all look the same to me. So, a commanding, dominating lead from ELO Hellfest pros, as they are pulling ahead by 6 kills and about 8,000 gold, which is quite a distance to try and close, but it's not impossible. I have seen people come back from worse situations, so it's a bit of a deal, but it's not such a big deal that it's game ending at this point. Yeah. But if this continues, it's obviously just going to be a snowball in favor of Team ELO Hellfest. So Ari picking up a blue, which is going to allow her to just spam out all her damn spells, which is crazy, crazy, crazy damage. So Nocturne finally picking up boots, or finished boots, I should say, and hitting level 11. So level 11's kind of the point where Nocturne starts to become such a really big player, because level 2, what do you call it? Level 2 ulti, what is it actually called? Paranoia. Yeah, level 2 Paranoia deals a nice bulk amount of damage, but it looks like Singed might come in from behind here against this 4 of EXE Nocturne and just sort of try and pull one out, try and be a bully. The Condemn does go off, but Sona answers back with a Crescendo, and Manala is pulled out of position. She may fall. I don't know if... I don't think she... Yeah, she will fall. She tumbled back into it, which I don't know if she was just trying to take someone out before dying. But Vayne does fall. Ender fell. Morgana, where did Morgana fall exactly? She fell in mid lane, so probably while all that jazz was happening in bot lane, she did fall. Which again is not a good thing to have happen. So Nocturne's trying to take red, he's trying to get some farm, he's trying to get a item. I kind of feel like a Brutalizer would be good at this point. That's just me personally. The extra armor pen cooldown reduction and damage is pretty damn good on Nocturne. So they are pushing in here. The snare does get on Sona. Sona will fall here. And a quick kill for Morgana. That ended quite quickly. But however, Vinny is out of position here. He does put on his spell shield, but you can just wait it out and get the fling off anyway. He does have to burn flash to try and keep out of range of Rammus in the back. So he probably was just a little bit scared there. Don't know if he needed it, but nonetheless he used it. So Ender now in a whole bunch of trouble. He's in a world of hurt, and so is Soraka. Soraka goes down, Morgana's gonna go down, and there's nothing their team can actually do to help them. Nocturn's all the way up in middle while they're pushing his base. But now Vayne is going to fall. There's nothing Vayne could have done except for not be there. So it does look like Vinny is going to try and take this top tower. As I don't believe even if he was here there is much he could do. They all have such a large amount of HP and resistances. And I don't know. I want to see them fight this out to the bitter end. But it's kind of just looking really one-sided at this point. I kind of feel like they're waiting for like the perfect timed Morgana ulti, but I don't know if that will come, as they are taking out both Nexus turrets here. This is huge, as now the Nexus is completely vulnerable. Soraka getting focused and getting taken down. Almost, yes, she gets taken down. Aurelia having to run away and having absolutely nothing to protect her right now. She is just melting. There's the Morgana ulti, and that may just put Ahri out of... No! Vayne ends up getting taken down. Nocturne jumping onto Ahri for the kill, but that is GG. That's the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. There is nothing. There is no EXE members alive, and this Nexus just will fall. So guys, that's that. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for tuning in and all that jazz. I wonder if I'll get some pre-game goodie stuff going on. But I win, apparently. Alright, but from what it looks like, everyone is kind of feeling demoralized. That's kind of normal. But yes, like I said, guys, this is pretty much the end of the cast. That's GG. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll have this VOD up on my YouTube channel, which has been panning up in the top left-hand corner up here every now and then. So go subscribe to that if you want more League of Legends good stuff and other gaming stuff too. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.